Well, today we're going back to the time period of the 90s and look at a film that when it came out, it really wasn't really liked a lot. And we're going to examine why, at the same time, give a little details when it comes to the world of product placement. So, don't forget, get out your food and your ice cold drinks, because today we're looking at Godzilla 1998.
Wrong floor.
Let's talk about it then. Greetings and salutations, how's everybody doing? So, I believe it's been many times that I've talked about this film, but for once, I'm going to be doing something different. I'm going to talk about from two different ways. I'm going to talk about, at a certain point, I'm going to talk about, the marketing, and then I'm going to go talking about the film itself. So, before we do it, let's do what we usually do, which is the year and dates and all that stuff when the film came out. With today's film being Godzilla 1998. So, what was this film about? In the film, authorities investigate and battle a giant monster who migrates to New York City to nest its young. So, now that we've laid a bit of ground rules to all of that bit of detail, let's go ahead and talk about the marketing that was used for the film. Honestly, when it comes to marketing, usually what you will notice is at times, especially this was a film that came out in very late 90s, 1998. So, when it comes to films of that era, sometimes you would always see advertisements, you'd usually see the teaser trailer. And I gotta say, the teaser show, actually, it really works in the fact, it doesn't give you too much of what the film's about. It gives you an idea of, wow, this Godzilla's gonna be big, because of how big his foot is, and all that. And being honest, and by the way, that idea, his foot, that idea was used quite a lot, whether it was on vehicles and say, his foot is as big as this truck, or things of that nature. And a lot of advertisements that you would see for this film would include for companies such as Taco Bell. Y'all remember the little Taco Bell Chihuahua?
700 Mexican pizzas and one of those new gorditas. Hey, Godzilla, want something to drink?
Godzilla's at Taco Bell on 4 collector cups. And now you can put them in a cool Godzilla cup holder.
And not only was this film advertised from Taco Bell, it would also be advertised by the chip company Doritos.
New extremely hot, fiery habanero Doritos. Better keep some water nearby. Fiery habanero Doritos chips. Snack strong.
And looking back, I didn't really notice it. I mean, I remember, like, say, the Doritos of the Taco Bell one a lot, mostly because, yeah, they say the here lizard lizard. That's very memorable, honestly. So, and I believe, like, say, there was also toys for this film. Heck, I remember there was, like, say, I believe there was a Godzilla hand puppet. I can't remember where it came from, though. But I do remember that. So, but there was also be toys, but I don't believe they had the advertisement for the toys, and as well as the cartoon, until quite a bit of time after the film had came out. So, now that we've talked about the advertisements and all that, let's go ahead and talk about the film then. So, honestly, I've talked about this film quite a lot of times, and having seen it just like recently, again, my thoughts are kind of the same in that I still believe that the acting from the actors aren't really great. I mean, some of the actors that I think are actually, they realize, like, say, yeah, this film is just, and they know what it is. Like, Gene Reno, he is kind of taking it seriously, but he's having fun with it.
You got a problem talking?
Well, no, sir, I'm fine.
All right, keep it moving.
Oh, thank you very much.
Elvis Presley movies. He was the king.
Hank Azaria as Victor Animal, he actually does a pretty good job. I think he's actually kind of the comic relief of the film.
Hey, hey, hey!
You all right?
I think so.
Hey!
No cameras.
What are you kidding? Yeah, all right.
And he's actually the first character who we actually end up getting to see the first look at our new Godzilla. Although, like, say, this is just my opinion. I could totally be wrong about this, but I think, like, say, two of the actors that were kind of the weak link of this film are Matthew Broderick, Maria Pitillo as Audrey Timmons. This is just how I feel, but I don't think that they did really a great performance, or maybe it was just what was written for the characters. They felt like, say, okay, this is what we're given, okay then, I'll try to do maybe they was just like, say, okay, this is what was written for us, we'll do the best of what we are given.
Do you have a radio or walkie-talkie? Anything we can use to contact the outside?
What about the phones?
No, it's no good. Circuits are all jammed.
Oh, wait. I know a way. I know how we can get a message to the outside.
And honestly, I think that could honestly be the case. Because, I mean, honestly, Matthew Broderick, he may not be the greatest in this film, but he's still good actor, depending on what the role usually is. Because sometimes he might not have the best material when he's as an actor. I mean, have you seen, what was it? I mean, heck, he actually got a Tony for his performance and the producers.
To fill that safe with $2 million.
$2 million? Gee, how much do we put in?
I will say one of the things that make this film memorable are these special effects for this film. Heck, sometimes the Godzilla is a puppet. Or, I mean, animatronic. And I do believe, like, say, some of the cool effects for this film are, honestly, the baby Godzillas. Honestly, I think I've gone to a tour of the Sony studios before, and I think those are actually little cool, really, honestly, pretty cool animatronics. So, I mean, there are some moments where I think, okay, this film is pretty fun. Whether it is the moments where they are in Madison Square Garden and trying to run away and all that. Or heck, when they are in, like, say, on the taxi just trying to drive away and all that. I think those moments and the chase sequences are pretty fun and honestly pretty good. I've heard, like, some critics say, hey, they, like, say, like, when it comes to the film, like, the fact they say they didn't like it because they've killed Godzilla at the in this film. Well, keep in mind, this film is trying to be more a realistic version of Godzilla. Like, what if we had a real, like, animal that gets mutated and all that? So I think that kind of works in what they're trying to do. Like, the redesign for Godzilla is quite different. So, I mean, honestly, I think this film is entertaining. It has some funny moments to it.
He looks angry.
What do we do? Running would be a good idea.
And yeah, definitely this film can be quite entertaining. But is it good? I mean, I'm not saying the film is great. But this is just all how I feel, honestly. Well, thank you guys for watching so much. If you can, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Share it with your friends. Why don't you? And, guys, as always, don't forget to keep your drinks ice cold, your popcorn warm, and don't forget to keep your eyes on the screen. I shall most definitely see you next time, because I'm hungry. I'm going to finish my dinner from Shakespeare's. I couldn't get Taco Bell. See you later.